Welcome back to my channel, my lovelies. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys are new here, my name is Ashley Fisher and welcome to the video. So right now I'm just going through and doing my brows. I apologize for my camera. It is filmed with an iPhone. I plan to get a new camera soon, but we'll see how that goes. So this is a collaboration with my friend RP Holves or Luxon Glam on Instagram and on YouTube. We are doing a cranberry type of themed eye going on this time. So right now I am starting off with my brows, and I'm just taking some dip brow pomade from Anastasia Beverly Hills and going in with that on my brows, and then I'm just combing that through with a spoolie that is from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer. And I just use this to make sure that the product is dispersed well throughout my brows and make sure that every little spot that I need is covered. I have pretty thick brows in general, so I usually just have to fill in the top and bottom sparse areas, but I want to make sure that everything is nice and covered right now. And now I am just going in and doing the same thing on my other eyebrow. Now I wanted to take the time right here to tell you guys thank you to those of you who follow me on my Instagram who voted for the poll that I posted a couple days ago as to whether you guys prefer voiceovers or for me to talk through my videos. It was quite a close poll. There was about 13 people who voted for talkthroughs and about 10 people who voted for voiceovers. The reason that this one is a voiceover was just because my family was taking down some Christmas decorations and I really didn't think you guys needed to listen to that, so that's why this video is a voiceover. I was kind of surprised that there weren't more people who voted for voiceover, just because usually those videos tend to be a little bit faster, but either way I will be doing videos how you guys want me to make them, because these videos are for you guys. So right now I am going in with some Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and I am just carving out my brows, making sure that they are nice and clean and sharp before we move on to the eyes. And I'm taking a small cream shader brush from the Vanity Planet store brush set that I have been using in my past couple of videos, and I'm just making sure that my brows are nice and clean. Alright, and now I'm going in and I'm setting my brows with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. I freaking love this stuff, you guys. If you use something else that works for you, that's awesome, but I would definitely recommend this. It is like Gorilla Glue for your eyes. It is honestly freaking amazing. 10 out of 10 would recommend. You should buy it. But yeah, so I'm just using that to set my brows, and now I am going in with the Too Faced 24-Hour Shadow Insurance. And I don't have a whole lot of Too Faced products, but this one is a really, really good eyeshadow primer, especially if you have oily eyelids, which I do. I have oily skin in general, and this stuff does not ever steer me wrong. It is amazing, and I have used lately I've been using the Tarte Shape Tape, I've used the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and they also work just as fine, but I really like using this when I feel like my eyelids are a little extra oily. So I'm taking that on my Morphe E14 brush, I believe, either the E14 or E17, and I'm taking some Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, and I'm just setting my eyes, so that way it makes it a lot easier for us to blend our eyeshadow out when we start doing our eyeshadow. And so now I am taking the shade, I believe this is Pooter, from the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm using my Morphe, I want to say this is my M441 brush, and I am just blending that out, going in with some back and forth motions, windshield wiper circular motions, and making sure that that is all blended out, and I'm doing that on both eyes. Alright, and now going into the next eyeshadow shade for the crease, I'm going in with the shade Roxanne to deepen up my crease, get it to be more of that orangey, red tone cranberry look that we are trying to get for this look. So I am just putting that in my crease with a fluffy brush from the Vanity Planet store set yet again, and I'm just blending that out to the color intensity that I want. For the next shadow shade, I'm going in with the shade Jax, and I am just trying to put that a little bit lower on my crease just so that I can get a little bit more definition, get that really pretty cranberry tone going on that we want to get for this look. And I am using that same brush that I used for the previous shadow and just blending that more into my crease, as well as a little bit more on the outer part of my eye. Right here, I am just trying to focus that shadow on the outer V of my eye to make sure that I really have it to the color intensity that I want, because that part of the eye is really where we're going to see a lot of this cranberry tone. And so then I'm going back in with my Morphe M441 brush, and I am just blending away in the crease, making sure that I don't have any harsh lines, because that ain't cute. And so now I'm going in and doing the exact same thing on the other eye. Then to deepen up my outer V, I'm going to take my Morphe brush. I don't know the name of it right now, but I will make sure that all the brushes that I used are linked down below in the description box. But I'm going in with the shade Soda Pop and focusing that on the little corner of my eye because I really want to add some more depth to it. Now I'm just taking that fluffy blending brush again, and I am just making sure that everything is nice and blended out. And then I'm taking that smaller Morphe brush and adding that Soda Pop shade to the same area on my other eye. And now I am taking a MAC glitter. This is their blackened red glitter, and I started putting that on my eyelid with the Sephora brush, but I realized that it wasn't as pigmented as I thought it was going to be, so I ended up going into the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I am using the shade Cranapple as a base, just so that way the glitter is emphasized a little bit more, and so I'm packing that shade onto my lid as a base. So now I am putting that glitter on since we have that base down, and it definitely added a lot more pigmentation to the look, so it looks really pretty. And then to get this effect, I added some setting spray to my brush to get the brush a little bit wet so that the glitter would show up a little bit more, and it looks gorgeous. I think it really pulls together the whole cranberry color for this look, and I really love it. I think it definitely added a lot more to this look. So if you guys want to try this, I would definitely suggest at least wetting your brush maybe with water, MAC Fix Plus, whatever setting spray you have, because it does help this look a lot. Now I am using that brush that I used to put on Soda Pop in my inner corner, and I'm just blending out any glitter that may be too high up in the crease, making sure that that's not in there. And then I am packing on more of that glitter because, I mean, you can never have enough glitter, guys. It's just, especially when you're me, you just can't have enough glitter. It doesn't happen. I'm just taking some makeup wipes and cleaning up any fallout that may have happened from that loose glitter, which, yes, does happen, especially when you have very loose glitter like this one. And then I'm taking my Jante Blue liquid liner, and I am just putting down a little bit of some eyeliner just so that way I have a little bit of a base for when I go to apply my false lashes. We're not doing a wing today, so I just want to do something very basic. Using my Black Duo eyelash glue and the House of Lashes eyelashes in the style Boudoir. And I'm sorry my camera does not pick up the packaging very well, but it's beautiful pink packaging, and I really love these eyelashes. They were so pretty with this look, and I honestly loved them so much. Definitely recommend House of Lashes. 10 out of 10, you should get them. So I did end up having to redo this one eyelash just because it didn't look right, like it didn't look like it was matching with the other side, so I took it off and I tried to put it on again, which it works the second time, but I'm just showing that so that you guys know that it does take practice to put on false eyelashes, so don't give up hope, just practice. So now moving on to the face, I'm taking the Tarte Poreless Primer and I'm putting this on my face. And I really like this primer because I have oily skin, and I feel like it's just a really good like mattifying primer, and it controls my shine very well. And so now I'm going in with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, or I'm sorry, the Maybelline Fit Me Foundation in the shade 125, and I'm putting that on the back of my hand, and then I believe, am I taking my beauty blender? Yeah. So I will be taking my beauty blender, and I'm just going to be dipping into my foundation and then patting that all over my face. Really quickly, I am going to acknowledge the fact that my makeup mirror is upside down, so if you've noticed that and you just think I'm stupid, no, I promise. I didn't realize it was upside down. It's a mirror, so when I'm looking into it, you can't tell. But yeah, so just so you guys are aware, I do notice these things. So then I'm going in with my Tarte Shape Tape, and I'm going to put that on my face for my concealer, and I'm using that underneath my eyes, on my forehead, down my nose, as well as on my chin. And I'm going in with my Laura Mercier setting powder, and I am just setting my under eyes and the other places where I put that concealer with my Morphe E48 brush. And this is a very good brush, especially for getting underneath the eyes because of the tapered shape that it has. It is amazing. So definitely recommend getting this brush if you want to use it for, at the very least, for setting powder underneath your eyes. And first for bronzer, I'm going in with my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This formula, first of all, smells amazing. Like, seriously, even if you aren't going to use it that much, just like literally buy it for the smell. Like, it seriously smells so good. It is a drugstore product, so it is not expensive at all. I will link my products that I use down below in the description box, but I'm taking that on an angled contour brush from Vanity Planet, and I am using that as my contour, sort of like a base for my contour because it is a very, very light powder. So I will be going over that with another bronzer, but this is going to be kind of like my first initial contouring step. And now to add some warmth to this look, I'm using the Benefit Cheekathon palette, and I'm using the Hoola bronzer. They have two Hoola bronzers, one in the regular shade and then one Hoola light. I usually mix the two, but today I just went in with Hoola directly, and I'm just kind of placing that over top of where I had the Physicians Formula bronzer, just to give my face a little bit more warmth. Since this is fall, we are getting into the time where I'm going to look pastier than pasty, so I am definitely going to be needing this. This is a very, very nice formula. I love Benefit's products. This is one of the few things that I've been able to try from them, and so far I love everything about it. And now I am taking a large Sephora blending brush, and I am just contouring my nose with this. I'm going down the sides of my nose, and I will also be going across the tip just to give myself a little bit of that button nose effect. And Vogue. And so now I'm going to take my Morphe E4 brush, and I'm going to dip into the shade Rockateur, and I'm going to be using this for blush. This is my go-to blush brush. I hardly ever use anything else. I lately have been switching between this and my angled contour brush because it also works pretty well for blush, but this is my ride or die. And now I'm going in with the shade and Light in the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, and I love that these like top two corner shades she specifically designed to be brow bone shades because she is very picky about the shades that she uses for her brow bone, which I totally understand. And I'm going to be using this for my inner corner highlight as well. Now going back into the Jaclyn Hill palette, I'm taking the shade Chip, and I am taking a smudger brush from Vanity Planet, and I am going to be sort of smoking out my lower lash line. I really just want to get some more of that darkness, connecting from my lid colors to my lower lash line. And now I am going in with the shade Buns, and I am just going to be using that sort of as a transition shade in between my shades that I've been using on my lower lash line, just because we don't want it to be super crazy dark, but we also want it to be blended out very nicely. And now I'm using my Tarteist Lash Paint Mascara. I love this mascara because it just makes your eyelashes look so pretty and voluminous, and I'm using this on my lower lashes. Now it is time for highlights. Oh! So I'm going to be using the shades Luna and Eclipse, and I love the way that these shades are looking on my cheekbones. I have never been one to have a subtle highlight, as you can probably tell from my eyeshadow, since I use a crap ton of glitter. But I just love blinding highlight. I just think it looks so beautiful. And I am using a Morphe packing highlighter brush for this. And I'm going to be applying this to my cheekbones, down my nose, and also on my forehead, just above my brow bones. I never apply highlight to my chin just because I have naturally oily skin, so I kind of get a little natural glow going on there anyway. So I always avoid my chin, but that's just me. If you guys want to apply highlight to your chin, to each his own, whatever you guys want to do. Now for lips. Since I wanted to make this look very vampy and I wanted to go with the eye look, I chose Leo from Kylie Jenner's line, and I actually really like the fact that she named this Leo because her and I are both Leos, so hey girl, we have that in common. But I really like the way that this lip shade looks with this look. I was between this and a metallic lipstick also from her line, but I really wanted to keep the eyes the focus of this look, and I think that this just adds a lot of emphasis to the color scheme here, so I think that this lipstick is absolutely perfect. And now I'm just taking that small cream shader brush and some Tarte Shape Tape, and I'm just putting some concealer around the edges of my lips, just because since this was such a dark lipstick, I didn't want there to be any possibility of any smudging around my lips, and since this formula is a little bit, requires a little bit more finessing, it ended up pulling the look together completely. So yeah, this is the finished look, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this. If you guys so choose to recreate this look, please tag me on Instagram. My username is @ash_slay_makeup, so please let me know. And then if you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a giant thumbs up, and please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video.